Gorendo, I have Gibbs, and I have somebody else on Monday night. I'll have 3 players going Monday night. He'll be done by Sunday night.
Yeah,
I think
with
he'll be done
his
by Sunday
luck,
night.
with his luck, some of your players gonna fuck. I think he doing voodoo on people teams, bro. That's what I think he doing. He doing voodoo on people teams. But hey, we back early morning. Get you right for the championship week, y'all. Championship week.
The holiday.
If you win the championships, get excited. It's been a long season. It felt like the year felt like it's been short, but it's been a long season if you're here in a championship game. So
Mr. Giblets.
all we're going to do today is we're going to talk about starts and sits because the NFL is taking over your weekend. We got games today, we got games tomorrow, we got games Saturday. So we're gonna get you right for those games, and then we're gonna be back on Saturday, and we're gonna hit you with the rest of the games. And I guess Saturday's the season finale. So let's start this off right, so we can end it off right. And you know how we start this thing with.
You're now about to witness the strength of fantasy football knowledge.
Welcome to the Fantasy Football Avengers Podcast, starring Kyle Shanahan's, Boulevard, GQ, and GI16. And now, here's the boys.
Welcome back.
I'm doing the Donald Trump dance.
Garfield was laying right here next to me, right here. And as soon as I hit that, he jumps up and runs across.
Hey, Boulevard, just because I don't like Trump doesn't mean I can't do his dance.
It's a dance.
Hey.
Ain't like you're repeating them.
Hey, that's a saucy ass dance. I ain't gonna lie. If you hit it right, you might get you some bitches.
About all that.
I guarantee you, if 6 dudes line up and hit that dance in sync, that's gonna look live.
He's gonna come out live. Inauguration night. He's gonna come out doing the Batusi. I'm back.
Anywho, we are back. We are
on the fantasy football. On the fantasy football.
We're back. I'm fresh off of winning one of my leagues, winning money. Got another trophy to add to the case. Another ring coming in. Hopefully, I get another one this weekend. Been a long week. It's been a long season.
John McClain is for a championship this weekend.
Yeah. GI is going for the championship in our league this week. I'm wishing him the best of luck because he's going to need it against a guy who's been doing voodoo on everybody's teams in the championship in the playoffs. He won by 2 yards. Then he turns around and win because the Packers decided to take Jordan Love out, and all Jordan Love needed was about 4 more points, which he could have got easily if he had one more drive.
The Packers stink for fantasy purposes.
They do. They really do. They really do. Because what was the whole purpose of not playing Josh Jacobs that whole second half? It's like they started doing running back by committee. Why?
Well, you know why, right? Because the Saints are putrid.
Yeah, but Josh Jacobs was running all over the Saints. Feed that man.
You know what's sad? Even Wilson was. Emmanuel Wilson was killing him.
Bro, I needed Josh Jacobs to have a game for me in one of my leagues. I was in the semifinals, and I needed him to have a game because Jonathan Taylor put me in an early hole with that damn 3 touchdown, 200-yard game he had. He put my team in an early hole, and I needed Josh Jacobs to bring me out.
He helped eliminate me out of my Brad Graham sourdough Sam league. So
Look, I had 3 semifinal games this weekend. 3 semifinal games this weekend. I lost 2, won 1.
Ooh.
Yeah, and the one I lost in our Niners league, I was stupid in that one. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Starting Kendrick.
You lost to Jake to Kappa's GOAT?
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
I lost by 5 points. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know what I was thinking starting Kendra Miller when I should have just started. I should have put Rashad White as my other running back. And in my flex, I should have started Josh Downs. I just didn't have any belief. I didn't have any belief in Anthony Richardson.
Well, he caught a long touchdown.
If Flacco was still the quarterback there, Josh Downs would have been the play for me. I just did not have any belief in Anthony Richardson.
Was it a 60-yarder he caught?
I don't know what he caught. All I know is I looked and he had 16 points. And if I would have started him, I would be in the finals right now.
I think he caught one to start the second half in the third quarter, like the first minute, down the sidelines, wide open by himself. Just took it down the sideline. I don't know if he scored or it was just like a big 50, 60-yard game, but it was like that.
I'm just going to say that this has been a disappointing, even if I win this weekend in my other dynasty league, this has been a very disappointing year for me in fantasy. And I'm going to tell you why it's been a disappointing year for me in fantasy. Because out of the 13 leagues that I played, I want to say that at least 9 or 10 of these leagues, I have drafted a team that was the highest scoring team in the league. And I won a lot of games just to get tricked out of the playoffs.
Man,
disappointing.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm just happy I made 4th. I'm in the top 4 in our dynasty league with my travesty of quarterbacks.
Nigga, you had Bo Nix. What you mean travesty?
I mean, after Bo Nix and Sam Darnold, my quarterback is a travesty.
Yeah, that's all you needed.
Well,
that's all you needed.
I got lucky.
No,
I'm happy.
My
quarterbacks
are travesties. My quarterbacks are definitely travesties. I have Aaron Rodgers, who decided he want to start playing good in week 15. Brock Purdy, who's been up and down all year. Kyler Murray, who's been up and down all year. Deshaun Watson as Jameson Winston, who we know what it is with James. And he'll probably never start. He'll probably never start again. And it's crazy.
He might start this weekend, right?
They say he might start this weekend?
I'm asking you because DTR got hurt.
Did he?
Yeah, he got hurt on Sunday. I think like DTR Hurts might just went down on Sunday at quarterback. Is he? As a matter of fact, is he playing this weekend?
I hope he's playing this weekend. And I hope.
I think they can still. I think the Eagles can still beat the Cowboys with Mariota.
And I hope he goes somewhere next year and gets a chance like Darnold did this year.
I really hope Hurts plays this week. Pickett, yeah.
I think
same difference. Same difference.
Quarterback.
They should be. I mean, if Barkley gets off, shouldn't be much of an issue. It's still the Cowboys. It's decent defense, but not that good.
Listen, the goofy ass Cowboys and Raiders decided they want to win this week and screw their own drafting capital up. So now the Raiders go from number 1 to number 7. And what you're gonna do? You got to trade up now to get Shador, fools.
They did Shador a favor.
Yeah, that's a shit run organization. I don't know if Tom Brady is going to be enough to help that out.
But he wants to go there. That's the problem. The father wants him to go there, and he wants to go there.
Yeah, but Dion just came out and said that he wants him to go number 1 to the Giants.
Oh, Jesus. All right, let's not just start to sit, and then we could ridicule all the other nonsense in the NFL after.
Are we doing Wednesday and Thursday? Are we doing Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday?
Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
All right.
Oh yeah. Before we hit this, I just got a public PSA. If your ass ain't playing for a trophy, stop picking up players, man. Let these people who are actually playing for something pick up players, especially players who could be starters. Stop being an ass. Let's get to these starts and sits.
Starts and sits of the week.
All right,
you over there.
Who we got first on the docket?
Kansas City at Pittsburgh. Kansas City by 2.5 on Netflix.
All right, so this
in
should
an
be
hour.
This should be like a defensive struggle. Is Pickens playing this week?
Yes.
If Pickens is playing this week, you can start Pickens.
I say Friday.
Yeah, Fry move. You may be able to start Russ this week.
Austin.
I don't think you touch either one of the running backs from Pittsburgh.
No.
Not this week.
And Austin. I say Calvin Austin if you desperate.
Yeah, if you're desperate in the deep league, definitely Austin. On Kansas City side, you may be able to actually start Patrick Mahomes this week.
I say Kelsey.
Hollywood Brown's back, so he has a whole bevy of wide receivers now. And
even Worthy.
Even who?
Even Worthy's available is good to have this week.
Worthy has actually been coming at the last couple of weeks. Worthy's actually been being used like he's supposed to.
So wait a minute. It takes them to have an all-star team for Worthy to actually be a good player. Not when he's by himself.
Yes.
Not when he's one of the two top stars.
He's not Tyreek Hill.
He's baffled. He's baffled.
Yeah.
Even though we held Tyreek Hill.
He's a rookie. He's going to get better. I mean, that's just over the course of the season. They've been targeting him all season. They've been trying to get on the ball most weeks, but it's just now he's actually doing something with it. They figured out how to use him. So like that one possession. Was that last week? Where he just took over the possession. Yeah, like that was him showing us what he could be.
But Boulevard is also the point that we just said earlier too. He's lost in the exchange of all the madness of stars now.
Yeah, there's a hell of a receiver room there.
You got Noah Gray for some reason, the big name every week. You got Hollywood Brown, Hopkins, and then did you forget about him over here in the little corner?
Juju.
Thank you, Juju. I forgot about Juju's bum ass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got a lot of names down there now. So Mahomes has no excuse. No excuse. When you lose in the playoffs this year, no excuse.
I'm taking Pittsburgh to cover the spread and win.
Okay.
You taking Pittsburgh to win?
Yep.
You think Pittsburgh gonna be the second team to knock off Kansas City this year?
I believe so. Yes.
No, I'm with you. Okay, I'm riding with you on that one. Yeah.
Okay, so is this a upset?
Yes.
Boulevard's upset special of the week.
Hey, he almost called it last week with New England. Almost pulled that off last week.
They did. They almost did. You're right. And Carolina did pull it off. They screwed me. Boulevard, my apologies on the calling you a cowboy sweater. That's a lion sweater, by the way.
Well, that's much better. So I'd burn this shit if it was a cowboy sweater. This shit would catch fire. Baltimore to Houston. Baltimore by 6.5. That seems
how much?
6.5.
I'm taking Houston. I'm taking Houston to cover and win.
Oh wow! You think Houston's gonna win? You think Deontay Johnson's gonna
I think
he's gonna have enough vitriol in this game to go off on the Ravens?
They won last week. Didn't Houston win last week?
Yeah. No, they lost.
Oh, they lost. to the Chiefs, right?
Yeah, Kansas City. On some
Bears.
bullshit.
Yeah,
On some bullshit. On
So-
some bullshit.
I think they because they want to close out the division this week, so they should. Because that Tank Dell injury was it was gruesome, absolutely
Yeah.
gruesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just don't think the Ravens are going to lose again for the rest of the season.
I think that this defense is very formidable for them, and if this defense can control Derrick Henry, those players could do what they need to do to win.
It's going to be a good game. It's going to be a good game.
Yeah, great
But
game.
I think it's going to be more of a repeat of what happened in the playoffs last week. I don't see the Ravens losing again to the playoffs.
Last year, I think this is a different Houston team now. The addition of Daniel Hunter and the other kid makes it a harder team to go against.
No, I think they're worse this year. At
Not
least
on
on offense. At least
yeah.
on offense.
Yes.
Because Stroud has taken a back step.
I'm not talking offense. I'm always talking offense. My apology. I was really talking about their defense.
Yeah, the defense this year is better. The defense this year is better, but the offense has taken a back step.
And for fantasy purposes, if you just have defense, both games are defensive teams that you could pick.
Yeah, I had a conundrum of whether I was going to start Kyler Murray this week, Brock Purdy, or CJ Stroud, and I had to look at all three games.
I'm starting Purdy.
I don't believe in Kyler Murray against the Rams. I don't believe in CJ Stroud against the Ravens.
I'm starting Purdy.
I'm taking my chances with Purdy against the Lions.
First of all, let's be realistic. You're always going to go with Mr. Reliable. You just named 3 players, and who's the most reliable of the 3?
This year has been Brock Purdy.
Even with a bad week, Brock Purdy is still more reliable than the other 2 you named. And it's not because we're Niner fans. It's because it's what you see. Outright, he is more reliable than CJ Stroud and Kyler Murray in fantasy this year.
I never thought I would say that shit. Especially after Stroud's season last year, I thought Stroud was probably going to be like the next Mahomes or some shit like that. But he's taking a back step.
How many leagues did I tell you I was going to draft him in?
You say he was going to draft him in any league you can get his hands on. You say he was going to draft him.
And he screwed me in every league.
Every league. I will never. And
Him in love.
You know, we're going to do an episode in the off season. We're going to do an episode of players that we're never going to draft again. That is going to be an interesting episode. Can
that episode be our awards episode, where we give our awards for the year? And then
it's going to be 2 different things. It's going to be 2 different things because the players that we're never going to draft again, that's probably going to be an hour conversation. That's probably because I know I got a list. And my list grows every day.
You want me to see if I can get Aponte on that episode with us?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, I'm gonna ask him.
All right. On the Ravens side, I'm starting Derrick Henry. I'm starting Lamar. Can we say Bateman is a start now?
Him and Zay Flowers are
Boulevard. Can we say that Bateman is a start now?
I'm looking into his last couple of weeks.
I'm gonna say you start Andrews while he talks up. Looks it up.
All right. Bateman, 8 touchdowns.
8 touchdowns.
Scroll.
Yes.
On the season.
God.
Yes.
All 8 touchdowns made in the second half?
No.
No.
I don't think it was all the second half. It's all over the season.
Oh.
Bateman has had a lot of big games this year.
3 touchdowns in the last 2 games. Yeah. I'd say so. I mean, his reception numbers aren't very high, but
so no. I'm gonna play devil's advocate for y'all. So we already said Lamar, Andrews, and Henry, right?
Uh-huh.
Are you starting Flowers or Bateman?
That's the question here.
Like Flowers gets the targets, Bateman gets the touchdowns.
So you're putting targets, aka Wan'Dale Robinson, versus touchdowns, aka Malik Neighbors. who's winning
No,
this battle.
I think Neighbors and Wandell were getting the same amount of
No.
targets.
They were, but the problem is that the QBs weren't beneficial for them.
6, 7, 5.
I
Sorry
thought
about
that was
that.
my damn wrong. Like, oh shit.
No,
I thought that
that's my new
nigga
speaker.
Tyler
What is called?
1-900 numbers on while we're live on air.
Well,
No,
Zay
no,
Flowers
that's
has
called-
11 receptions for 150 yards in his last 2 games. No touchdowns though.
No touchdowns. And what's Bateman's numbers looking like?
It wasn't that. It was like 5 receptions. Wait, I'll go back. I'm going back.
So 11 receptions for
Big
150
man.
yards. That's about 26 points right there.
I'll leave Bateman then.
And Bateman has 4 receptions for 94 yards and 3 touchdowns in his last 2 games.
Okay, I'll be
So
a
4
prisoner of the
receptions
moment.
for 93 yards. He's had 3 touchdowns, so that's
3
what
touchdowns, yeah.
6, 12, 18. Yeah, Bateman's scoring more points.
I'll be the prisoner of the moment. I'll go Bateman.
Just to be anti, I'll go with Flowers. One of them's got to shine.
All right, on
I'm
to
gonna say-
tomorrow's debacle.
I'm gonna say Bateman. Only because he's scoring the touchdowns. And watch and watch Flowers get damn near 175 yards this week in a couple TDs.
No,
Wouldn't
fuck
that
that.
be
Watch it be a receiver we don't even know pop up out of the blue.
Yeah,
Or
like
Isaiah Likely.
yeah, like it was against the Bengals, where that one dude was it Malik something?
Yeah.
Yeah, that dude. It's gonna be somebody
Okay.
that we don't know.
All right, Boulevard. On to tomorrow's debacle.
Yes. Seattle at Chicago, 8:15. Seattle by 3.5, over under 42.5.
Who's hosting the game? Chicago or Seattle?
Chicago.
Also, Geno Smith going to try to fight another fan?
May not get his jaw broke this time.
Is Seattle still alive again? Get his jaw
No,
broke
they're out.
again?
They're
Again?
Seattle's out. They're done.
You know, you used to be a piece of shit when your own teammate breaks your jaw.
Wait a minute. Seattle's what? 8-6
8-6 or something like that. I
8
mean,
and
they're
6.
still alive.
No, it's 17 games. So they're 8-7.
Yes, 8-7, 1 game behind the Rams.
But they're
Yeah,
2 games behind. But they're 2 games behind in the division. I think.
No, they're 1 game behind the
one
Rams.
game,
The Rams are the leaders in the division right now.
Rams are 9-6. Seahawks are 8-7.
No, but I'm going by
still alive.
tiebreaker. The tiebreaker. I think the Rams own the tiebreaker double.
Yeah,
So
but
they
the
have to-
Rams, if the Rams lose the next 2 games and Seattle wins out, Seattle makes the playoffs. So they still alive.
Okay.
So they're gonna want to win this game.
Yes.
The
For
Bears are just trying to play spoiler at this point.
So for the Bears, we're starting Keenan Allen, DJ Moore,
Unfortunately,
Swift,
you got to start Keenan Allen because he's
And
been going
Odunze.
off.
and Odunze.
I don't think you want Keenan Allen to go off though.
Who, me? No, I don't.
Yeah.
I have Odunze. But hey, what can I do? So you start the 3 receivers, you start the running back. Do you start Mr. Corn on the Cob?
Yeah, because he had 300 yards last week.
All right, then Corn on the Cob the long way is starting this
Yeah.
week.
Look, I still don't believe in that Seahawk defense. I still don't believe in it.
What about Cole Kmet?
No,
Okay, just had to ask because I know he scored a touchdown last week.
no.
For Seattle, you start which running back?
You're gonna start Walker. You're gonna start Walker.
I'm hearing Charbonnet starting, so that's what I'm
Hold
asking.
on, what did Walker do last week?
Nothing. They both did nothing. Well, no, I'm lying. Charbonnet gave you 6. Walker gave you about 13, I think, in our Yahoo league. But again,
Let me see.
it was
Walker
absolutely
had 8. He had 8 carries for 31 yards. Hold up. Charbonnet only had 1 carry for -1 yard.
Yep, they didn't play that.
But Walker had 8 receptions for 28 yards.
That's what saved
And
you.
Charbonnet only had 2 receptions. If I got to start one of them, I'm gonna start the one that Geno Smith likes to throw the ball to. And it looks like it's Kenneth Walker.
But from what I'm hearing online, that Charbonnet might be getting the start. That's what I was reading earlier. So we'll see. If you have both, and you can put them both in.
So Kenneth Walker would have given you 13 points last week.
Yeah, he was on my
13.9 points.
He was on my bench. He almost gave me 14 points on the bench.
I actually started him last week in my championship game.
And you lost?
No, I won. I won.
There was no shade. I was asking.
I had because I also my other running back was Bijan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I felt more comfortable because my third running back was Swift. So I felt more comfortable starting Walker over Swift because Swift had to go against the Vikings. So I'm like, the Vikings can shut him down, but I don't see Walker being shut down in his game. So,
see, that's my dilemma for this week, and I'm not asking for advice here. I'm telling you my dilemma, which I already answered it. But my dilemma was: do I start Garendo over one of my 2 receivers, which are Doomsday and Demario Douglas, or do I throw him and Walker in and leave one and take both receivers out? I think I'm gonna just 50-50 Garendo and a receiver and leave Walker out just to be safe. Because if he, if what is happening is true and Charbonnet gets all the points of the start this week, I don't, then I'm screwed.
Yeah.
And I don't want Walker fucking me over in the championship game. No. Because any second now he can pull a hamstring and then he's done for the game.
Well, I'm so glad that my championship game was last week. I am so fucking glad. Because that's one less headache I got to worry about. It's one less headache I got to worry about. Now I got to worry about a headache in this damn Dynasty League.
So for Seattle, we starting Geno. JSN.
Do I even want to start Geno?
If you have to.
He's been underperforming a lot lately. Do I even want to start Geno?
That's the question. But if you have to, in a 2-quarterback league, you have to start Geno. If there's
if you have no other better option,
you definitely start JSN. You definitely start JSN.
Yeah. Where we drafting JSN next year?
I'm drafting him top 3, maybe 4.
I'm drafting. I tell you what, I'm definitely drafting him higher than DK.
I'm talking about rounds, not picks.
Yeah. Say about 4th round.
That's the lowest you should.
Mm-hmm. Probably won't fall no further than 4th round.
He may, like James said, he may get picked up ahead of DK in some leagues.
He should.
Yeah.
He should get picked up. DK is now Tyler Lockett.
Damn. That's cold.
Cold world.
What's the next game? English Premier League? You relegating people? Good God.
What's the next game?
My man did relegation. Get out.
All right. Now we're on to the Saturday games.
Oh, boy. 3 games on Saturday.
A roller skating jam called Saturday. Los Angeles at New England. Chargers by 4, 42.5 over under.
We already know who we're picking for the Chargers. It's simple. It's one man and one man only.
It's 2 men.
Who's the other one now?
Herbert.
Johnston.
Herbert and McConkey. That's it.
Mr. McConkey.
That's it.
Yeah, that's my dude right there.
So y'all giving up on Disley? Wait, he out, right?
Yeah, Disley out. Disley out.
Right.
And if you're desperate, Johnston. If you're desperate, and he catches the ball.
So I can't say McConkey is this year's Puka Nacua. I can't say that.
No.
I can't say that. Only because McConkey was like a second round pick.
Yeah.
I think it was second round pick.
Second.
Okay. So in this year's draft, who do y'all think is going to be the Puka Nacua in this year's draft?
Nobody.
Nobody?
Oh, look at that country music over
Yeah.
there.
I'd have to go look through it.
That's
I mean,
Tory
if
Amos.
that kid from San Jose State come out, he a little older, but
Nick
he's
Nash.
got his,
But
yeah.
we're talking about this. We're talking about
That's-
currently in the
that's-
league.
No. I'm talking about
in the draft.
in this year's draft. Yeah,
Then yeah,
yeah.
Nick Nash.
Nick Nash. That's it. That's
you
exactly
meant-
who I wanted y'all to say.
I
That's
thought you
exactly
meant-
who I wanted y'all to say.
Currently playing from the current draft that just got drafted.
Nah, Nick Nash, a player that could go late round, that could be an immediate upgrade at the wide receiver position on whatever
But
team he's
but
playing.
he's still raw though. He's still raw.
He's still raw.
Still
But
raw.
he on the right team with the right quarterback
And the right
he
coach.
he could be this year's Puka Nacua.
Yes.
Y'all are hearing me say this now on Christmas Day. I'm telling you this now.
At 12:16 p.m.
Whatever team drafts Nick Nash, and I'm hoping that it's my team.
Steal of the
I'm
draft.
hoping that it's my team. He's going to be the steal of the draft at the wide receiver position because I watched him this year. That boy nice. He nice. He nice. And I'm going to tell you another thing about him. He started his first 3 years of college as a quarterback. Could you imagine him going to an offensive minded team where they use him on trick plays? Where you think it's going to be a screen to him, and this motherfucker throw the ball?
He reminds me of, and I was just watching him today on the All the Smoke interviews because I get a lot of repeats of it. Julian Edelman, just taller.
Yeah.
Julian Edelman was a quarterback for 3 years at Kent State. Came into the NFL, made him a receiver, and his career is
That's
his career.
perfect. That's perfect. That's a perfect comp. That's a perfect comp for Nick Nash. That is actually a perfect comp for Nick Nash.
Just taller. That's all it is.
Yeah,
Because he's 5.
yeah. I got into a debate with one of my boys last night. He's a 49er fan, and he thinks that Nick Nash is trash. And I'm like, bro, you really haven't watched this kid. You haven't watched him. You clearly have not watched Nick Nash if you think he's trash.
During our draft coverage, we'll bring him in so we can eviscerate his ass.
He wants to come on the show. He wants to come on the show.
and no offense when I say this, onto the Patriots real quick so we can Drake May, Ramondre if he plays. Tight end, do you go
Hunter Henry,
and then a receiver, possibly the Mario Douglas, possibly if you're desperate. I am, so I might start.
I stay away from all. If it ain't Hunter Henry, I'm staying away from.
But I told you, look, I'm gonna tell you what I've been saying all year. When it comes to the Packers, yes, Jaden Reed's their number one, but you always got to go back to Mr. Reliable.
The only person on the Packers I'm drafting next year is Josh Jacobs.
Oh yeah.
That's it. I'm not playing that game with the Packers next year. I'm not playing that game with them.
Like the Saints back in the day. Do you start Robert Meacham? Do you start this
Right.
guy? Do you start that guy? Every week,
Yeah.
a different quarterback. I mean, a different receiver getting the ball.
And it was like that with their running backs.
Yes.
Like I'm not playing this game with these teams. You know, when I try to draft my teams, I try to take as much guesswork out as possible. I want to know who is getting all the work. Because I don't want to be shuffling between players this week, like trying to guess who's going to get the work this week or who's going to get the work. I ain't got time for all that.
That's why I'm confused. That's why I'm confused with our Niners. Why is Kittle not getting the ball more? But that's another debate. That's another debate.
Good question. What's the next game, Boulevard?
That's what I was saying.
Next game is Denver at Cincinnati. Cincinnati by 3.5.
I'm taking Denver.
That's a game of the week right
Denver.
there.
I'm taking Denver. But you start
I
Start
think
Sutton and Knicks.
Cincinnati might pull this one off.
You start Sutton and Knicks, and then maybe
Maybe
Javonte.
Maybe Javonte, because he gets a lot of receiving work now.
Yes, he does. Even though he dropped one last week, but other than that, he was just everything
Like
was just.
He's Bo Nix's go-to guy when the play breaks down.
Yep.
And he's trying to get a little quick screen out. Javonte.
Joe Burrow was the first quarterback to throw 250 plus and 3 touchdowns in 7 straight games. Just putting that there.
Wow.
Fantasy purposes. Yeah.
Joe Burrow is nasty. He is nasty.
He's the MVP.
I love Joe Burrow.
That's it.
I love Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow was the MVP of fantasy football.
Mm.
So you
if they weren't good, it'd be over the league.
Joe Burrow, T. Higgins,
Chase Brown, and
Jamar
Chase.
I was gonna leave Chase Brown for last. God damn it! You complained the last time I didn't put Jamar Chase ahead of him.
The other Chase.
The Chase. You got Chase. You got one Chase, and you got the other Chase.
The Chases are just going off every week, and possibly if you need a tight end for them, Gesicki.
Yeah, you start. You always got to start Chase Brown. You start Jamar Chase. Start Chevy Chase.
All the Chase Bank. onto the night game.
What's the night game?
Night game is Arizona at the Rams.
Oh God!
Arizona at the Rams.
Make me want to bark.
Rams by 6.5.
I'm taking the Rams to cover and win.
Yeah.
You start Stafford. You start both his receivers, and you start Kyron Williams. You can have the other game.
As far as Arizona goes, if you have no other options, start Kyler Murray, start Marvin Harrison.
And definitely starting Trey McBride.
Oh, definitely start Trey McBride.
Is Connor out?
Yeah, Connor's out.
Both running backs are out. Both running backs are out. That's why they're gonna lose that game.
Yeah.
There's no Benson, no Connor, no nothing.
Yo, Connor, you an asshole, Connor. You an asshole. You a piece of work, my guy. You a piece of work. Oh yeah, we've been talking about. Hey, you know what's gonna happen any week? It's gonna happen any week now.
I knew it was coming.
Connor's gonna get hurt. It's gonna happen any week now. You wait until the semifinals to get hurt, and then then you wait till the week after Trey got hurt. Trey Benson gets hurt. You wait till the week after he gets hurt and say, "All right, now I can get hurt," because I know these assholes is waiting to use Trey. I'm gonna get hurt now. You was an ass.
So who the hell started their running back for Arizona this week?
We have no idea. DeMarcado? I don't know.
No. DeMarcado's hurt. He's out for the season.
All right. This Michael Carter or DJ Dallas?
Yeah, it's Michael Carter. Carter.
That's bad.
Very bad.
If you cut it on the Jets.
Devontae's old teammate from North Carolina. Real quick, because you posted it on the group chat earlier. Quick PSA that after his PSA, the fantasy football counselor is an idiot. An absolute idiot.
Did you see it, Boulevard? Did you see it?
No.
You are the worst fantasy person to go look at because you have the most outrageous points of view and for you to blame a quarterback for getting hurt for costing people their championships or their playoffs. You can't do that. It's impossible. How can we know he was going to have a concussion?
He should go back into the game. Dude, he's got a concussion. Please talk like you've ever played a sport in your life.
Most of them have it. That's the thing. They don't know. They don't understand. They haven't been in that situation.
Bro. I played sports my whole entire life until I got hurt. GI has played sports. Boulevard has played sports. We've all played multiple sports. So we all know what it's like to have an injury and can't go back into the game.
Shit, I was just playing sports like 4 years ago.
I need people who are jumping on podcasts to at least have played a sport. I don't give a damn. if you was a fencer. Play a sport. before you get online and start talking trash.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
No, it's a team sport. It's a team sport because motherfuckers don't understand team. They don't understand locker room etiquette. They don't understand team practices, team meetings. They don't understand any of that shit.
No, I'm gonna give you a good example. Even if you don't know a sport, look at Mina Kimes. Mina Kimes has never played any of the major sports that we talk about, right? She probably played a sport, but if she didn't, she has more common sense than to put her foot in her mouth like this fucking fool, the fantasy football counselor, does on a weekly basis. That's why I stopped following him on all forms of social media, because he's a putz. An absolute.
This is who Young Christ was talking about last week. People who just hot take their way into getting a bunch of subscribers. We don't need to do that over here. We don't need to hot take our way into getting no subscribers. Like, we're gonna give you the real, the raw, and we're not gonna knock players for getting hurt. We're not gonna knock them for getting hurt. You know, especially in that reign of saying, well, he could go back into the game. Like, nigga, I know Connor has a history of injuries. I know he has a history of injuries. I'd be damned if I say, Connor, you need to go finish the game. For what? He's hurt. He's hurt.
That's like if he would have did a video on Tank Dell, I swear to God, I would have went through the camera and just slapped the shit out of him.
Look, I rarely see his takes on my timeline anymore. I rarely see it. That would just happen to pop up on me yesterday, and it just says this fantasy quarterback screwed everybody out of their championships, and I'm like, dude, you can't plan for that. Concussions happen. They happen.
Injuries in general happen. How the hell we plan for that in fantasy?
Right. It is what it is. You lose.
Fuck
you
is
move
wrong
on.
with you? The man got a damn concussion. I gotta respond to this shit, because this take is absurd. Like,
yeah.
What are you like? Yeah, he fucked up your team. Like, you should have prepared better then. Like,
yeah,
what? I mean,
he got injured.
It happens. Every single player in the league is going to get injured at some point. You think they worrying about your damn fantasy team? Nah.
I've definitely seen teams that had Jalen Hurts on it that won games on Sunday. I've seen it.
Yo, right here.
I won with Tank. I won with my Tank.
I've seen it.
And I don't care what place the game was for. I still won the game even after Tank Dell got hurt, because the 21 points he gave me was enough to get me over.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact of the matter that you blame a player for getting hurt when it's
bad person.
When football, mind you, when football is the third, football's on the roster of injuries, football's third on the list. Do you know what the first two really are? Baseball and basketball. Basketball 1, baseball 2, football 3, hockey 4. Because hockey don't really see that many injuries. It's a fluke when you see some major injuries in hockey.
Mm-hmm.
Like, here's my thing. Here's my thing. When it comes to disparaging athletes like that, like, don't say nothing on your podcast that you wouldn't say to these people's faces.
I feel like you do that a lot, probably, even though I ain't never seen him. But if you're willing to take some extreme ass take like that, then you probably say a lot of dumb shit out of
He does do that. He's got a lot of athletes have blocked him. A lot of, and he brags about that shit. That's not something to brag about, my guy.
No.
Bragging in 2024, grown ass men bragging about being blocked by celebrities and athletes. Like, dog, you gotta be. You're 50. You're 50 years old. Stop bragging about who you got blocked, who blocked you. Stop bragging about that. That's nothing to brag about. You're too grown. You're grown. You're grown. You build your whole platform on hot takes, and I don't like that. I don't like that. Like, because you're not really helping anybody. You got a bunch of Putz fans that follow you. Out of here with that. Out of here with that.
That's what they are.
Yeah. And then he goes around trying to start shit with a bunch of other podcasts. Don't bring that shit around here, because we'll light you up.
Right.
We'll light you up. We will light you up. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't bring that around here.
Hey. You do that offline, Boulevard.
Huh? Well,
Don't be
it's
snorting online, bro. Don't be snorting
vapor
online.
stick. That's vapor stick. Wake me up with it. Woo!
What was he
Like I
snorting?
said,
Might as well be the same damn thing, though. The way it just jolts you out your fucking shit.
What, he was snorting lines.
Snorting that good vapor stick.
I ain't even saying, brother.
we ain't trying to get banned on Christmas Day Boulevard.
Oh,
What's
that's,
on over
that's,
there with
that's shit pure. That's some pure shit.
What is recreational?
Ain't nobody
It's
stepping.
recreational drug use.
Exactly. I'll repeat it again. You know, Boulevard made me lose concentration. I'll meet that dude in person if I have to. I will meet that dude in person if I had to. That football counselor. I give two shits.
Man, we will light his ass up. We will light his ass up.
Yes.
We will light his ass up, and we will light his ass up with facts. With facts. Don't fuck with us.
Great jackass.
Do not fuck with us.
How you disrespect the legacy of Jalen Hurts with that shit?
Yeah, like, bruh, that was the. And the crazy thing about it is that's not even nowhere near his top 10 shittiest takes.
No, it's worse. It's a lot worse.
Trust me. He said a lot worse over the years. A lot worse.
I stopped watching him about a year or two ago, and then I realized that I had him online still, so I deleted him. I started deleting him. I got him off the page.
I stopped paying him attention. I want to say maybe in 2019 when I moved from Baltimore to Georgia. Because when I was in Baltimore, I used to work for the post office. So they used to let us walk around listening to our headphones all night. So I'm listening to all kinds of podcasts and shit, and I used to come across his shit. So I was listening to him then, and then when I moved, I stopped listening. And I ain't missed nothing. So yeah, I'm so good on him. But that's gonna be our show because the game starts in like 30 minutes. So we're gonna try to get this up and out there for you guys. You guys got anything to say before we get up out of here?
Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, and Hanukkah. That's it.
And Happy Festivus.
Happy
Festivus. Yes, because I got a lot of gripes with you people.
Serenity now.
Festivus for the rest of us.
We out of here. Peace.
Thank you for watching the Fantasy Football Adventures podcast. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to follow us on social media. Links in the description.
As I was raining blows on this man for this doll for my son, I realized, what was I doing? And that